Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about the reasons why I did not want to join Outschool. The reasons why I said no at first when I heard about Outschool, but then I'm also going to be sharing the reasons why I eventually did and decided to join Outschool just like so many others have. So my name is Yvonne, I have this YouTube channel, and I'm also hey.misskay on Instagram as well as heymisskay on Facebook. My channel is all about getting back to the basics of good online teaching, as well as helping new interested people through the hiring process for VIPKid and Outschool. So what are the main reasons why I said no to Outschool when I first heard it? I'm gonna cut right to the chase. The first reason was I did not want to create lesson plans. I'm a teacher, I'm a certified teacher, and I said, nope, I'm not spending my time creating lesson plans. It's just not for me, that's not happening. And then the other reason was you can teach at any point throughout the day with Outschool. And I was thinking to myself, well, that's not gonna happen. I have 3 little children. I have 3 boys under the age of 5. There's no quiet time in my house. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So those were the 2 main reasons I said I can't join Outschool. I can't teach through this platform. There was also a third reason why I didn't want to join Outschool, and that's because they take 30% of what you earn. And I was like, that's a lot. But hear me out. I realize now that if I wanted to do the same thing, if I said I'm just going to tutor and just keep all the money, I would have to go find those people. I would have to be marketing. I would have to be looking for them on Facebook, online, through friends. It's a lot of work. So although Outschool does take 30%, they are doing the marketing for me. People are coming to this platform to look for classes. So people in China, people in New Zealand, people all around the world that can join Outschool are there looking for classes, and I just might happen to have that class that they're looking for. So there is one good reason why I know it's 30%, but it's well worth it because I don't have the time and energy to go do that myself. I think it took me 2 to 3 months of just hearing about it and hearing other people talk, and eventually I said, you know what, actually it is for me and I can do it, and I'm going to tell you why. So the lesson planning, I said, right, that was my first #1 no. I don't have time for that. Now, you do have to create your own lessons with Outschool, but the beauty of it, and the main reason why I said, oh, actually, yes, this works for me, is that you can create a lesson plan and then just reteach that lesson over and over and over and over again until either you get tired of it or you just can tell that nobody's booking it, so nobody wants it. But I can create one lesson and just reteach that same lesson to new students every time. And that is amazing to me. I think that's just wonderful because then I can, first of all, perfect my lesson. I taught this week once and I'm teaching again tonight. So I'm very, very new to Outschool, and I've already made a few tweaks. So I love that. I love that I can just change a few things to make it better and really the perfect lesson for my students. And I just love that I can just keep offering the same lesson. I've already submitted 2 more listings, so I'm asking Outschool to approve these, and then I can be teaching more things throughout the week instead of just this one that I have approved right now. So that is just amazing because then I'm not constantly creating new lessons every day or every week. I can just keep this one lesson that I've created and keep offering it to students. Okay, then my second concern was the fact that I could not teach during the day, but I wasn't thinking about being able to teach at night. I can totally teach at night when my kids are in bed, and I normally do this with VIPKid, which is an online ESL company. But because the students are based in China, well, we can't teach at night during the week unless we teach the very little ones that don't go to school yet. But nighttime for me, I live in the Eastern time zone, means that they are in school in China during the week, so I can only teach Friday and Saturday night. And Outschool is giving me that opportunity to teach every night if I want to, as well as in the mornings. If I, for some reason, am not booked with VIPKid, I could easily put a morning slot there with Outschool if I wanted to. So I have all of these options. My 2 students that I did have, one was from China and the other one was from California in the same classroom with Outschool. So that was really cool. That was a very cool experience having just that diversity right there. So my schedule can still work around my home schedule. So once my kids are in bed and it's quiet, I can teach. Number 3 thing that I realized eventually was that I could be making the same amount of money in a half-hour lesson with Outschool, that the same amount that I make with VIPKid teaching 2 hours. Again, this all depends if my classes actually get booked with Outschool. But if they do, once I have a reputation, once I have had students, eventually, I'm hoping anyways, nothing's for sure, that I will have more consistent enrollments, and then I can be teaching more often but for less time. So if I charge $8 to $10 or $12 for half an hour, and I have 5 students enrolled, I will be making more in half an hour than I am making with VIPKid working 2 hours. I can also be making the exact same amount as with VIPKid, but I'm working less time for the same money. And that really appealed to me. Now, as you just heard, I was giving you a range. You can set your own prices. So you can decide how much you want to charge per learner, per class. That really puts me in control of my own teaching. I can choose to make it really low and hopefully get a lot of learners, or I can choose to set my prices a little higher because I have put a lot of work into these lessons. And that's totally up to you, which is amazing. There are also different types of lesson plans that you can create. So you can have ongoing classes, you can have just a one-time class, you can have a flexible class. So I can explain those later on, not in this video, but that too gives you a lot of freedom with your teaching. Okay, and then finally there are 3 more simple reasons why I decided to say, yes, I'm doing this. Not number 1, but one of the reasons is that I get to create classes and lessons that are an interest to me, that I find interesting. So, I mean, that's just wonderful if you can talk about and teach about things that you love, that interest you. And they don't have to be core classes like English and French and math and science. They can be knitting, they can be playing the piano, they can be how to build a city in Minecraft. It can be anything, which is amazing. I think I've said amazing a lot. I'm very impressed with this whole concept. And another wonderful thing is that there are no penalties for canceling classes. If you need to cancel a class that has students enrolled, you can simply offer those parents another time, or you just refund them. Now, it's going to be on you. If you keep canceling classes, well, then that's probably not going to look good on your profile. It's not that parents can see how many classes you've canceled, but you might get a few bad reviews if you've canceled on the same parents several times. So it's really, you have all the power right there, which I'm really, really happy about. And finally, as I've mentioned previously, I can create my own schedule, and that was one of the number 1 things that was super important to me when I first joined VIPKid, is that I get to decide how much or how little I want to work and when I want to work. As a mother of 3, you just never know, and I just, sometimes you're running around, you have to do things, you have family events to go to, and I really liked not having to stick to a minimum amount of hours that I have to work for either of the companies. And there you have it. Those are my main reasons why I ended up joining Outschool and teaching through Outschool. So far, the things that I really like, now that I have done a class, taught a class, I like the application process. It's super easy. At the moment, you just have to wait a little bit because of COVID. Everything takes longer. But within 6 days, I got approved. And for my experience, it only took about 3 hours and my background check was approved. There's no interview, it's just your writing, your resume, kind of like telling them what you know, why you're an expert in certain things, because you have knitted 100 scarves, you know how to knit a scarf, and that's what you want to teach, right? So you tell them what you know, and then your application video. So super easy. And then once you are approved, your background check has cleared, you then can create a lesson, which is pretty straightforward. You just need to let them know what you'll be teaching, how you'll be teaching it, and what parents can expect. So those are just all basic things that any lesson needs. and then you submit that and you have to wait another few days to hear back from them. And if not, if it didn't get approved, they will tell you why and they will tell you what you need to work on. So those are the things that I've really liked so far. Also, when you first start with Outschool, there are materials that you can go through to learn more about Outschool, how all the different classes work, how Zoom works, there are workshops, everything is available to you. And I found that they've done a really good job at offering all of that information to new hires. So the point of this video was not necessarily to convince you to join, but just to lay it out for you and tell you why at first I just was not interested. I mean, interested, but I just said this is not going to work for me for my situation, and how it ended up being different. And I've joined and I'm really enjoying it so far. Now, if you are interested in joining, maybe you now watched this video and said, hey, this is for me as well. I really want to give this a try. I can help you with that. So I can help you get hired. As I've mentioned before, I've gone through it all. I have resources available to you. I even have a lesson plan that you can get in the description box for free. You just click on it and it'll get sent to you after you put in your email. And that's all available to you, and I will help you through the hiring process. I will answer your questions because I know you will have questions. We all do. So just let me know. Use my link. Then I'm connected with you, but I just don't have your email. So use my link, sign up, and then send me an email at heymissK01@gmail.com and let me know that you have used my link and that you are ready to start the application process. And that's when I come in and I help you out and I give you all the information so that you can hopefully get through the first time. I mean, sometimes you might not get through right away. They won't tell you why your application didn't go through, so you just have to reapply, change a few things that you think you can better. But that's why it's so nice to have someone that has gone through it, that has heard and learned from others, so I can give you all those tips when you're ready to go. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and if ever you have questions about VIPKid, which is an online ESL company, again, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Have a good day.